Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review on this rather depressing Thursday afternoon, evening even. It's going to be an interesting one. This has been shoehorned in as an emergency show, everyone, for, I think most of you already know, some strange news regarding our number 14, Alexander Isak. We've got some special news for you and a little surprise guest as well. But first of all, Billy, how we doing, my friend?
Depressingly optimistic.
I know you've had a fight with a plastic scouter today as well. So
I have had a fight with a plastic scouter today. Let's just say all things aren't as certain as what they look. I think the wording of certain stuff doesn't make sense to me. But there you go.
I agree. Well, I mean, before we do the intros for saying hello to everybody, let's bring our little guest in. He's making a cheeky little appearance from his holiday. Here is Paul, everyone.
Hello, Paul.
With his interesting internet. Hello.
Hello, Paul.
We tested this backstage and it took a while, but
it worked in the
Hello,
end.
Mr. Ditchburn.
Put your earphones in.
No, he's got to sort it. All right, well, I mean, there's his face, everyone, at least. So for anybody who missed what Paul looks like, there he is. He'll try and sort his internet out, hopefully, and come and say hello. So he volunteered to come and dip into this because it's quite a crazy show. So there's some crazy comments already coming in the chat. Before we kick off, just make sure we do have to just say thank you to Mamoru Records, our channel sponsor, in the top right, top left corner. Check out the link in the description. They do sponsor and support the channel. Make sure everybody that you have liked and subscribed. Tonight is going to be subscriber only in the chat, just to maybe settle down the Scousers. We know you've got a lot of money. We know you're a good football team. All are fair. We did beat you in the final. You know, banter's banter. Let's keep it nice. Let's keep it nice, yeah? So, let's start from the top, shall we, Billy? So this kind of kicked off today from, I mean, it's our resident misery guts in Craig Hope. And he's normally fairly spot on, which is a bit of a piss take, really. But and Romano has run with the story as well, saying Alexander Isak has apparently informed Newcastle of his desire to explore a move this summer. Those are the words: explore a move. Apparently, the club are aware of these. There's been a few stories about us searching for immediate replacements. What are your feelings on this story and the validity to this?
I find the statement wording very strange. It's not a case of I want out, I want to leave. It's I want to explore, which tells me that he understands that maybe the place he wants to go won't pay the money that we want for him. And he may be forced to stay because of that, unless he chooses to go somewhere where we can accept the money for, but he doesn't want to go to. If that makes any sense to everyone out there.
It makes sense to me. I mean, reading between the lines, Billy, I do feel like if this was... Why has the report not come out as Alexander Isak wants to join Liverpool? Exactly. That's not what anybody has said. Nobody has said that. Everybody has talked about exploring options or exploring a transfer this summer or a move. I think a move was the specific word. So the fact that they've not referenced, nobody's referenced Liverpool specifically, apart from the fact they hold an interest in him, is weird. I find that a very weird one. Luke Edwards has come out very much in the opposite form, our knight in shining armor, as it were. And he's released an article about, so specifically the title of this with the Telegraph is Eddie Howe and Yasser Al-Rumayyan have agreed to dig in and fight to resist all offers for their striker. Capitulation is not an option. So Luke Edwards is under the impression, no chance. We are digging in. This is our play. You've got 3 years. We are not getting mugged off in this situation because it's not going to be beneficial for us unless we get a giant pot of money.
Yeah, and I understand that. However, to play devil's advocate, you then may be left with an unhappy player who doesn't perform to, or doesn't show up, just creates a bad atmosphere in the dressing room. Then you get disharmony in the dressing room, and who knows what happens after that. But you've got to try and pay one off against the other. I think you've got to find the money that get the money that we want for him. Because if we're going to undersell him, then we're wasting our time, aren't we? We really are.
I completely agree. So, well, personal opinions. I would be open to him going if we get the right money for him, and if it's truly what he wants. If his heart's not in it anymore, then fine. If we can get the right fee, it is what it is. I'd rather we had players that wanted to play for the black and white. It's so important. It's that theme that's ended up getting us top 4 finishes and winning a trophy. It's that do or die attitude. So, but on the flip side, there's been a lot of links to other players today, Billy. Obviously, we still look like we're pushing for Johan Visser, potentially moving up to 35-ish mil. Those are the rumours anyway. And all of a sudden, we've had Lewis Openda come back into the fray, who we've reviewed several times. I know you're quite a fan of him, although he's not had the best season last year. No. Also, Benjamin Šeško has come back into the mix, which is one of Paul's favourite. Loves saying his name. So there's a lot of options out there. That's 3 strikers straight off the bat I've named that we could definitely bring in to supplement, very money ball here, but you could definitely replace what Isak does in the aggregate in theory. You've got players that score a lot of goals that we could recruit. Are they individually as good as Alexander Isak? No. But could we still get a front line that scores the right amount of goals? I do believe we probably could. It just means
two. We need 2.
We definitely need 2.
Yes.
Obviously, I think the difference is, Billy, is a player like Alexander Isak wins you cups because he wins you finals. Even if we could replace him in the aggregate with players like Visser, Isak scores goals in finals. Isak's a monster.
Yeah, he's done it.
It's one of those things, isn't it?
That's not to say that Benjamin Šeško couldn't do it, because Benjamin Šeško's a younger, he's still got ceilings to reach. He's not anywhere near his peak yet, and maybe he can get there. Be interesting to see if he were to sign him, how he settles into Premier League football, because we're not certain that he can play in Premier League football. He might not suit the system, he might not suit the league. But I've got plenty of optimism that he can. He's a very tall lad. He's physical. We need to get in there quick, though.
Very different.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's ballparking just above 15 goal contributions a season, has for the last 3. Of course, one of them was in the Austrian Bundesliga. The last 2 were in the Bundesliga. We'll have a look at them tomorrow, guys. We're not going to go into crazy depth in links today. I think the news, we're doing a half an hour show today. We're going to pop off a 7:30. Today is purely just because we wanted to go live just to talk about this, because it's quite important. I think it was inappropriate for us to leave it till potentially tomorrow. So we've got this scheduled in.
We do have some super chats.
Let's do some super chats. Yeah, go on, Billy. If you want to rattle off.
I like coffees, 100 Indian rupees. Some of our fans are already abusing Isak, but how can we blame him? Newcastle United haven't handled this summer window well enough. I wonder how Yassir would feel. Jazz says, $4.99 super chat, get him gone quick as possible, get Šeško and Visser in. They will guarantee more goals than Isak and Wilson did. Irish Assassin with a $10 super chat. I said yesterday, if he isn't on the plane, he could be off, but not all Isak's fault. Newcastle had months to fix his contract and didn't. Who the flying fook in charge of this site? Fire them now. And Mark Mullins with a £10 super chat. 1, who's to blame for this shambles with Isak? 2, if he wants to go on your bike, there's no players bigger than any team. And if your heart ain't in it, then there's no point staying. And 3, Sung-Soo Park looks a good buy. And finally, Patrick Cowan with a £5 super chat. Isak sale has to be on Newcastle's terms. Shearer's response is exactly the mindset we need. Nobody is bigger than the club. Thank you very much for your contributions, people, and all valid points, what you said there.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody is bigger than the club. I know there has been a lot of people who have spit their dummy out today. I think Adam Pearson's quite upset. Big friend of the channel. We love Adam. His video's quite... all I've heard is the title of it. I don't think he's overly pleased with Isak. I've not watched it, so I'll have to go and watch it. which is fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I would rather probably sit on the fence with that until we know some facts, because there does seem to be a lot of different information from a lot of journalists, and it's very messy. It's really messy at the moment. So, and there's a few of you in the chat immediately, like Freydon's just saying you've lost all respect for Isak. Well, we don't know the facts yet. We're just going to have to wait on this. I think it's very early. There's a lot of media traction. The media have been trying to sell him for us for the last 6 weeks, and it's been absolutely ridiculous. So, one thing I do agree with, the general sentiment that the club needs to be run better. It is a disgrace at the moment. The whole CEO, sporting director, technical director, recruitment, day-to-day running is an absolute shambles. It is a joke. We need to get these in order. I think the club are trying to fast track and get this done, because it's abundantly clear it's not being run very well. So the technical director is in, potentially Hopkins in as a sporting director. We're trying to get this sorted as quick as we possibly can, but we need to hurry up, because it's crap, Billy, because at the moment we've got Nixon and Andy Howe doing recruitment slowly. They're looking at great players, but it's slowly. We've got Howe giving really honest interviews, which is it's quite harrowing, because he's basically saying, yeah, we're trying really hard, but it's crap. Which is
basically what we
he's
are.
laid all of his cards out on the table.
Yeah, we're a rudderless ship floating around in the ocean with vultures flying overhead, just waiting to pick bits off the boat. Basically, that's what we are. And in this kind of realm of football we're in at the moment, you know, we want to be in the Champions League year in, year out. We're not behaving like that type of club without any leadership behind it. I have to say, it's very, very, very poor administration by the club. And once Paul Mitchell had left, they should have moved heaven and earth to get a replacement. They knew Darren Neils was leaving 3 or 4 months before he left. No replacement was made before he left. We've still not got one now. All of it smells a bit of lost a bit of interest in it for me. And I see news today that Yazir and PF are trying to buy Atletico Madrid now. So that's another kind of knife to the back, isn't it?
Well, I haven't seen that. I'm guessing that's rumoured.
It's on. It was on Twitter earlier. I don't know who said it, but it's definitely on Twitter earlier. Yeah, so it's nothing good coming out today, apart from the signing of the young South Korean, of course.
Yeah, he must be a bit annoyed. It's very much his transfer has been overshadowed. That being said, Billy, I mean, the chairman has stated that he wants us to be best in class.
Yes.
So, number one club in world football, essentially, is be the best. Is trying to join the royalty of football. So you can't set a target like that and obviously and fanny about with it. You've got to do it properly if you want it to succeed. So there's a lot of people in the chat talking about Isak. They would be happy with him going abroad if we got the money. I mean, as a preference, yeah, you got your PSGs and stuff like that. If he's going to have to go, obviously we'd rather he didn't, but if he has to go, it would be nice if he was outside the Premier League, because then we can get our bag and we don't have to play him. He doesn't have to score against us, which would be better. But who's going to take him realistically? I mean, there's Real Madrid, Barcelona, and PSG. Those are probably the 3 clubs he would want to go to if he had a choice. But don't know. We'll have to do some more super chats, because we've got loads of people who want to go in and talk today. So let's go and do it.
We do. Do you want to do it, or do I want to do it?
Go on, I'll do a few. We've got Cheerlin, who's gifted another Toon Review membership. Thank you, Chill, because you did it the other day as well. Much appreciated. Trolls with the 50 Norwegian kroner. How are we getting players when the transfer team needed Ruben to get Alanga? As in Ruben?
Jamie Rubens.
Ruben.
Yeah.
Well,
he got heavily involved in that, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Well,
he came over. We don't know if it was for that. Probably. I think he's requested to leave if he doesn't sign. I mean, there's this whole contract. There's a few people, journalists today suggesting that he's refused to sign a contract or turns down a contract. But that's not. I don't know. There's just all the media outlets are just running with so many different stories at the moment. He's just wading through the nonsense. It's crazy. But yeah, thank you, Ashton, for your super chat. James Ellison, thank you for your £5 super chat. Isak is made of glass. Sell for 120 plus and reinvest in 2 top class forwards. I mean, he was available for all the important moments last year, mate. He got over 20 goals and scored in a cup final. He was available enough last year to make a massive difference. So it's, he is prone to a bit of an injury, but yeah. Chris Lunt, £5 super chat. Thank you. I'm worried about the domino effect this could cause with the rest of our squad. Players like Tonali may see this as a decline of squad progress. Well, not if we
don't reinvest, yes, but
we've got to reinvest all of it. But it's pretty clear we've got spare money without Isak going because we put in an €80 million bid for Ekitike. So we're clearly being the plan is to be quite aggressive this transfer window. Plus, if we did end up going, we'd have a lot in the kitty. So, yeah, we would reinvest it, surely, Billy.
We have to. Simple as that. It's not an option, surely, Scott. Yeah, it's not an option. And I think if we didn't, I think you may see the manager walk out for starters. He wants to do his job with the right amount of tools to work with. If he doesn't have them, if they have them taken away, that's grounds for him walking out, I think. So, yes, they'd definitely reinvest, no doubt about it.
Narek, thank you for your $4.99. Would you offer $260 a week plus loads of bonuses that is essentially $300,000 a week? I mean, it's massively blowing our wage structure out of the water. And there's a lot of people saying we should just offer it because he's worth it, but it would break the whole club.
Yeah, apparently Bruno has a match the highest earner in the club wage as well. So once you give it to him, you have to give it to Bruno, etc., etc. It's a slippery slide to get onto.
Yeah, we look at what happened to Everton 5 years ago. They were challenging at the top end for Champions League football consistently with a decent squad, and they never recovered from negligent transfers or wages. So we've got to be careful. Darren, I love this super chat. Ekitike, that's a great name. We're definitely going to have to use that now. Has turned up at Liverpool expecting to be the main man. Now he's warming the bench. Sell him at maximum cost and invest. Well, he would only be warming the bench if Isak goes to Liverpool. But, I mean, there's all the whole talk of them playing together. So, who knows? Who knows? Dan Robertson, is this just another cartel tactic after the Liverpool Ekitike fiasco? They know Newcastle will dig their heels in, so they're just trying to push a move. Well, this has come from our journalists. This has come from Craig Hope, suggesting that he wants to explore a move. So, again, Liverpool has not been stated. So, who knows?
And people are putting two and two together and coming up with four, though. I mean, let's be honest. Liverpool are the only club that have official bidding. They do have a lot of money. They haven't spent much money in the past 2 or 3 years. You know, reading between the lines, it's pretty obvious that he's like maybe he wants Liverpool.
I did see an article today, Billy, that really, really irritated me. Like I've been trying to be calm all day about this situation, but this one took me over the edge. And it was an article about Chelsea, and it was Chelsea not in for Alexander Isak.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks for writing an entire article. We could write that about our club, about every single player that we're not interested in. What a ridiculous article. I am getting pretty bored of this transfer window. With
no Brentford or Luton or fucking Brighton or whoever. It's ridiculous.
Newcastle United not interested in signing Messi this window. Okay. Yeah, thanks. We could have told you that. Absolutely. I can't remember who it was, so I can't shame them, unfortunately. I'll have to find it.
There's lots of Man United fans who think they could be in for him as well, but they can't afford.
Oh, no. That got tweeted as well. That got tweeted by several journalists today. Man United not interested in joining the Isak saga. Okay, cool. Yeah,
they couldn't afford Mbeumo, so how the piss are they going to afford him?
Well, exactly. He wouldn't want to go there anyway. They haven't got any European football. What the bloody hell would you go there for? So, KK Chia, thank you for your 5 SGD.
Singapore dollars, I believe.
It sounds like a good shout. Rather he move abroad than going to Liverpool. Don't want to see him playing against us. I share that sentiment greatly. I think that is a good shout.
We all do.
Clarkey member for 16 months. At least J7 knows where his home is. His Instagram post yesterday was very telling. I don't know what it was, but him and Bruno are the furniture. There's a few people saying we should have shipped J7 on because of injuries and age and just progressed. But this is why it's so important to have people who are really invested in the project and who are going to give you everything. You know, is it worth sacrificing 5 or 10% quality for somebody who really cares? Sometimes, yes. It does depend. Dan G, $4.99 super chat. The Saudis don't usually let people push them around. Anyone else wonder if they're about to go nuclear? They played it very, very nice so far. Dan, I bloody hope so, because I was expecting an ownership group that did not play nice, and so far it seems like we do pussyfoot around a lot.
Well, the
I was
ASM deal for
expecting
what?
the opposite.
For starters. I mean, good lord. Everyone's coming away with £50 million here and £40 million there for players over the hill, and we're selling our player who's in peak for £23 million.
I want us to be controversial now. Just go for it. It's pretty clear that they are trying to pull the ladder up behind them. So, I mean, with all respect to Liverpool, the money that they're spending, they've earned. They've been very good over the last decade with once Jurgen Klopp arrived, they had a title push with Brendan Rodgers. They've won Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues. They've been very impressive. So they've earned this money over the last few years, and they didn't spend much in the last couple of years either. So it's hard to be angry at Liverpool financially. Whereas, obviously, I think we're a lot more angry at some of these other clubs like Chelsea that have just been completely circumnavigating all of the rules. And we are getting really bored of trying to catch up. Especially, again, the rope ladder's just being pulled up behind them in the treehouse, and they just want to sit there in their little cartel hut, and it's getting really boring.
And we've had
I do think I agree. Go on, you take over because everybody's just donating. We can't get through them fast enough.
Yeah, we had a flurry of super chats. Most of them with a £2 super chat. Firmly in a sign, Sesko camp. Let's go, Sesko. It's a nice little song, wouldn't it? Mango Warrior, £20 super chat. Paul gets a bit of the blame for not going through and sorting out the contract. And Newcastle itself unlucky with the so-called fast transfer. It's only Craig Hope that said it, which I don't fully believe. Need more info. It's not just Craig Hope saying it, though. It's everywhere. It's Sky Sports. It's, it's every reputable or disreputable.
But they're repeating off.
They are.
Romano also quoted Craig Hope, so this looks like they're all springboarding off of Craig Hope.
Yeah, maybe. Ike for PM with a £5 super chat. If it's true, I'd Ryan Fraser him. How much was he on before NUFC? FK the money for now. The difference between Ron Fraser and Alexander Isak is
considerable.
You can't even measure it. One wins your cups and one's a dwarf that can't reach the trophy cabinet. So, yeah. £10 super stick for Mark Wagstaff. Thank you very much. £5 super chat from Mark Mullins. The truth is, it's gone downhill since Amanda and Mairdad were forced out. Period. That's my personal opinion. Does anyone disagree, and why? I don't disagree, but the reason why we were in PSR problem, the reason why we were in PSR problem in the first place was probably Amanda's insistence to keep signing players. And we saw how persuasive she was on the documentary when she was getting to Gordon, when we couldn't really afford to buy him at that period. But you are right what you say. It has gone downhill since they left, no doubt about that. Off the pitch, anyway, not on it. Malville with a £2 super chat. I can't trust I love this club ever again. Well, that's it with footballers because they're all mercenaries, really. It's very few and far between the players that stay at one club for the whole career. You don't see that anymore. They're all taking money, really. It's their job. So all those people that bought Isak 14 shirts this summer, I guess they'll get it refunded, I guess. If we sell him, then surely.
I mean, that's why I didn't. I'd rather go for maybe a Tonali or whoever we sign as a new player, because then at least you've got some time for it.
Yeah. David Noble's been a member for 21 months. Thanks, David. So at the end of the day, we would have to reinvest the money in current. I don't think we have the people to pull that off at this moment in time. You're right, we haven't. We don't.
Hard to disagree with you there. We are, very slow in the transfer dealings.
Sean NUFC, 50 Norwegian kroner. Excuse me. The only loyalty in football is the fans for the club. Isak won a Champions League. We got it. Onwards and upwards to an army. Hard to disagree. Trevor McDonald, member for 13 months. Even if Isak moves, I'll still have the Toon of you to brighten my days. Well, thank you very much, Trevor. Glad to be of assistance. Eric Amaral with $4.99, $4.99, I should say. This whole situation is beginning to look like the Titanic having a baby with the Hindenburg. The powers that be are looking incompetent. It's hard to disagree with any of these, isn't it, Stato? It really is. JT2,
it's not working at the top at the moment at all.
There's no one at the top. This is the problem, isn't it? JT2, £2 super chat. We should not sell to any of the corrupt cartel. Simon Yorkshire.
Embargo. Don't sell to any of the top six.
Yeah, why not? Unfortunately, they're the clubs the players want to go to, though, isn't it? So,
no,
Simon Yorkshire. What a shame. £5 super chat for Simon Yorkshire. Thanks, Alex and Billy and Paul Spector for this extra show. Either keep Isak or replace with two strikers such as Whistler and Sesko swiftly. Again, hard to disagree with that. KK Cheer with another $5 Singapore dollars. I'm from Singapore, planning to wear the jersey with Isak, name on it on Sunday. Now I will change to Tonali instead. I don't blame you.
Good shout.
Sparky D7499. Why aren't we exploiting loopholes? Isak on 120k a week through the books. Piff play. Pay 180 direct, makes 300k. I mean, that's
just make him a bloody Saudi ambassador like they did. Didn't Messi and Ronaldo get away with that? They just got paid ambassadorial money for being a Saudi ambassador, and it wasn't part of their contract for football.
Yeah, I think
like,
they did.
Honestly, I do feel like we really need to start playing dirty now because everybody else gets away with it. So why should we?
Even commercial rights. I mean, why not commercial rights? Give him a percentage of his shirt sales. You know, there's ways.
Peter Silverstone, where are you?
Exactly.
Where are you? Training shirt sponsor, stadium sponsor, all these rights. Where are you? Mate, it's getting silly now. Everybody was saying that it's all happening behind the scenes. Where?
There's no scenes behind, is there? Yeah, it's shocking. Centurion, $5 Centurion 84, I should say. Isak may have pushed us a year too early. Read an article at Barca were considering him to replace Lewandowski in a year, which is more acceptable. Again, they've got the financial problems, haven't they? They can't afford to go and spend 120 million on someone.
Yeah, they can't afford that much. And they might not even be able to register him. They just brought Rashford through as well.
It may not be registered, yeah. Johnson Street, member for 8 months. Get Mandy back. 25 Norwegian krona. Super sticker from John Johnson. Thank you very much. Salf with a $4.99 super chat. We should have seen this coming when he didn't jump at the number 9 shirt. Gary Clark with a $5 super chat. It would be easy to pay high wages if we had someone competent at selling sponsorships.
Peter Silverstone, where are you?
Fantastic point.
There you go.
Mango Warrior with another £5 super chat saying we are interested in Sesko if Isak leaves, but shouldn't be signing him regardless. Same price as Ekitike. We need to bolster the attack and defence. It's impossible to disagree with this. Revenge of 32, 35,000 Indian rupees, I believe it is. Day by day, the chance of CW9 coming back increases. I don't think that's an option.
No. Absolutely not.
John Johnson, 59 Norwegian krona. Why haven't we signed a director of football? Has ruined us this window. Seems Piff doesn't give a toss. That's an amazing amount of super chat. So thanks to all of you for such fantastic generosity. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah. We're done now. That took a while. Thank you, everyone, for your support. We're still going to have a chat for a few more minutes, but make sure you have subscribed and come back tomorrow because obviously this is going to unravel further, you would imagine. So make sure you keep on the lookout for the news. We're going to go through this in more detail tomorrow, and we're then going to go and have a cheeky little look at, I don't want to say replacements, Billy. It hurts. It's too soon. And it might not happen yet. We don't know. But I'd like us to have a bit of fun, and we're going to go and have another cheeky little look at Visser, and we'll have a look at players like Lois Openda and Benjamin Šeško, which I think Paul would like to see. So we're going to go and have a look at some fun players of what we could do to definitely bolster the attack and as possible replacements. But yeah, make sure, guys, that you have liked the show. It really, really helps us. Make sure you subscribe. We are going to be back tomorrow. I don't know what else to say with this. There's so much to say, and I don't want to say any of it. What do we think? Hand on heart at the moment, Billy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have all the info. Do we think he stays or goes?
He has to. If he goes, he has to be quick. For me, no point hanging on till the end of the window and then not being able to get replacement in. So if he has to go, it has to be done within the next 5-6 days for me. Do I think he'll get done that quick? No, I don't.
I think he's going to go because I think contract-wise, I don't really want to offer him what we need to offer him. I think it would be detrimental to the club.
Yeah, I agree.
But we need the money to replace him. So people have got to pay up. Liverpool, if they want him, they're going to have to pay. That they know the price. They've seen what he can do. He's a 25-year-old. You're not going to get him for tuppence. So, dear.
I love Clarkie's comment on optimism. I've got to put it on screen because it's a good one. Apparently, it's not Alexander Isak that's asking to leave. It's Isaac Hayden.
I don't even know what we've done with him. Where's he gone? Because he's still contracted, isn't he? We've got him for another year.
I think he's painting the changing rooms at a precise moment in time.
I mean, he's not gone to Saudi, so not Saudi. Where have we gone? Singapore. So
I think the
what's
closest
he
he got to
doing?
it when he ordered a Singapore fried rice the other night from his
I mean, we've not loaned him out either, so it doesn't make any sense really. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's for anybody who does use Twitter, should we do a thing? Let's go. Everybody go and hashtag Peter Silverstone. Where are you? Or where is Peter Silverstone? Just do a hashtag. Let's see if we can get some traction on it, because I'm sure we're all getting bloody bored of this. At least some sponsorship money would at least settle the nerves a bit. I mean, we definitely got a bit more cash to play with, and then we could offer some more contracts. Right, let's do the last super chat so we can go to sleep, Billy. Samsonite Dove, thank you for your 20 DKK
Danish krona, I believe.
Oy, there we go. PIF has to be ruthless. Go to Saudi or stay. Yeah, I think that's got to be the message. I think it's time for the ownership group to put up or shut up. I think we need to get all of the senior roles absolutely in place. We need to stop getting completely mugged off by the rest of the league. We need to put our foot down now and be the big boys on the block, because if we want to be number one and best in class, we need to start acting a bit more impressive than this. But we are going to disappear for tonight, guys. Make sure you come back for 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We will review some players on the whole situation. So 7 o'clock UK time. Make sure you're subscribed and you have hit the notification bell so you can get notified and come back. Thank you, mods. It's been mental. We haven't had too many crazy scousers in today. It's been mostly respectful. So thank you very much at Liverpool fans who have joined. And oh God, we've got more. We've got more before we disappear. Ike 4 p.m. £5 super chat. My Facebook post sums it all up. David Oxley. I haven't seen it, but yeah, we do have the Toon review on Facebook, so make sure you go and check that out as well. And as I Like Coffee has just said, please go and vote for us in the Football Content Creator Awards as well. I can't find the comment, but it should be pinned in the description, guys. Please go and vote for us in the Football Content Creator Awards. Guys, stop sending us money. We're trying to end the show. Revenger 32 for your 79,000 Indian rupees. Money talks, money talks, money talks. Yeah, I guess it does. Simple as that, PIF. Yeah, we need to start flexing our muscles. We really, really do. There's the vote for us. Please vote for the Toon Review in the 2025 Football Content Creator Awards category, Best Club Content Creator Premier League. The link is in the description. If anybody presses a super chat when I've ended the show, I apologize. We'll check it tomorrow. We'll read it out. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's losses.
Come back and check out the green.